In today's video, I'm sharing with you 5 tips on how to make the perfect roast potatoes. All of these tips and tricks will elevate your potatoes to the next level. Number 1, using the right type of tray. You want something with low sides but a bit of a lip like this. A lot of people like to use high-sided trays like this, but it takes a lot longer for the potatoes to get deeply golden in colour. This can result in a dry, almost hollow potato because it has to be roasted so much longer. Place whatever fat you're using into the roasting tray. I'll come on to what types of fat to use a little later. And place it into your oven to preheat, set at 180 Celsius, 355 Fahrenheit. This gives us more chance of getting an even golden crust and helps to stop the potatoes from sticking to the tray. Number 2, choosing the right potatoes. Ideally, you want a floury type of potato. In the UK, the most popular types are Maris Piper or King Edwards. In North America, I would go with Russets. And in Australia, I would go with Coliban or King Edwards again. For the rest of the world, just Google floury types of potato and your country, and you should have plenty of results. I like my roast potatoes peeled, but you can leave the skins on if you like. Then when cutting them, don't go too small. I'm cutting these russets in half or into thirds. Number 3, start cooking the potatoes from cold salted water. A general rule that we get taught as chefs is if it grows below the ground, start from cold water, and if it grows above the ground, start from boiling water. Bring the potatoes up to a simmer and cook them until they are just fork tender, but still with a little resistance. Drain them off and leave them to sit and steam dry for a few minutes. Number 4, how to get a good crust. By leaving them to sit and steam dry for a few minutes and then roughing them up a little like this, we get a much crispier crust on the outside of the potato. Get your very hot preheated tray out of the oven. Bonus tip, leave a cloth or an oven mitt on the corner of the tray as a reminder that this tray is hot. Even after 15 plus years of working in professional kitchens, this is something that myself and all of my colleagues forget. This cloth on the corner of the tray rule is universal across all kitchens as a non-verbal way of saying this tray is hot. Number 5, fats. I'm using turkey fat today and I got this from roasting the bones for my gravy recipe. There's a link to that video below. It's delicious and it's free. Popular choices are duck and goose fat, and also beef dripping, known as tallow in the US, is one of my favourites. For veggie friendly, I would use any high smoke point oil, peanut, canola, avocado, etc, etc. Just avoid the low smoke point stuff like extra virgin olive oil. As for how much fat, I use enough to cover the base of the tray by a few millimeters. You can use less, you just won't get as much of a golden crispy texture on the outside of the potatoes. Place your potatoes onto your hot roasting tray. They should sizzle and fry straight away. Give them a baste with some fat to get them coated, then load the tray back into your oven. After 15 minutes, give the potatoes a flip, and if one side of the tray is getting more colour than the other, then spin the tray 180 degrees to help even this out. After another 15 minutes of roasting, they are looking great. I'm giving the potatoes one last flip. Then after 45 minutes of roasting, these roasties are done, looking, smelling, and sounding amazing. They have a super crispy outside and a soft, fluffy inside. Follow the tips in this recipe to get the perfect roast potatoes every time. And of course, the potatoes are just one part of this meal, so you have to watch this video next.